guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video because I'm going to be talking to you about 12 products, beauty and kind of lifestyle-ish, that make me feel flawless. I saw this video done by Samantha March. I believe she was talking about 7 makeup products that make her feel flawless, and I thought it was such a fun video idea because I feel like this can definitely be so unique to each person talking about it. Like what makes one person feel super flawless might be a full face, like full coverage face of makeup, whereas what might make another person feel really flawless would be like a super minimal coverage face of makeup. So I feel like it's definitely obviously very unique to the individual, and I thought that this would be a really fun video idea to do. Before we get into the products that make me feel flawless, I do want to mention that this video is in partnership with Teddy Blake. Earlier this year they sent me one of their bags and they asked if I would be willing to come on and share some of their holiday just specials, sales, etc. with you guys. And one of the products that I was planning to include in this video was my Teddy Blake bag. So it really just kind of fit in with this whole video, and I'm really excited to share a little bit more with you guys about that. But before we get into it, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you love project painting content about eyeshadow palettes, or just chit-chatting about makeup, beauty, skincare, all those related items in general, then I hope you will subscribe before moving on. And other than that, let's just jump into the video. Today's drink of choice, you guys. So excited about this one. It's a new one from Alani Nu. This is the Berry Breeze. I want to say this is the one that was done in collaboration with Whitney Simmons, and it finally came in stock at one of my Targets. It is so freaking delicious. I would say this might be a top new flavor. I love Arctic White because it isn't as sweet as others. I love Cosmic Stardust, but it is a little bit sweet. And then the Berry Breeze, if you like blue raspberry, this is gonna be your jam. Okay, so we will start with product number 1, which is my Teddy Blake bag. I've talked about this in a couple of videos. I mentioned this in a favorites video, and I like 100% transparency, you guys. This is by far my favorite handbag that I have ever owned. I've owned Louis Vuitton in the past. I've owned a ton of Michael Kors, Marc Jacobs, etc. I am like a handbag snob. Like, I'm not that into shoes. I like my Vans, I like my Converse, I like my Adidas, but I'm not that into shoes. I've always been a handbag type of a gal since I've been in like 6th grade. I remember buying my first like Dooney & Burke. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. And every so often my mom would take my sister and I to the mall and we would get like a Coach bag, and then my taste just grew from there. So I've always been a huge handbag snob. So when they first reached out, just seeing if they wanted to send me a bag to review on my channel, either positive or negative, just however I felt, I was a little bit hesitant because I can be a little bit particular about handbags, and I had not heard of Teddy Blake before. But when first of all, when I carried the box inside, I was like, holy smokes, like this is heavy. This is by far heavier than any other luxury handbag I've ever owned in my collection. So this is what mine looks like. I have the Bella, let me get the correct name for you. I have the Bella Palmolato, and I have the black and red version, so it has the red interior, and I have the 10-inch, which actually works really well for me. Right now I don't have my straps attached to this, but this does come with an adjustable strap. I've showed it in my previous like current favorites that I included this in, so I'll link that video below in case you're interested in seeing like the strap and the strap size. But right now I've just been carrying it kind of like this or like this, and what I absolutely love about this bag is the zippered pockets on the side. So each side has like a zippered pouch, and this has made organizing my purse and organizing my life so simple. I am not a very organized person. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And what usually I hate about my purses is, try as I might, they always get super messy, but I've been able to keep this super clean. Right now I just have my stickers in here that I use to like spice up my planner. Usually I have my planner in here. It's currently on my desk, and I actually have my wallet just in my car right now, but my wallet. And then in these side pockets I've carried, let's see if I can, let's see, I have my glasses on one side, I have a face mask just in case I for some reason forget, I have some name badges for work, and then on my other side I have, if I need like anything cosmetic, so I have a little replica travel size perfume in case I for some reason forget my perfume that day. So it just really makes organizing super simplistic and super easy. I love that I can just hang my keys from the side. We're good to go. And I just absolutely love this. And truly, there is nothing that makes me feel more fierce than a nice, just simple black handbag. So this really does make me feel flawless. I could literally be in my pajamas and carrying this into Target with me, and I would feel like the most fabulous person walking through Target. Not to sound like cocky, that was like not supposed to sound unhumble, but truly when I carry this bag, I feel like a fierce mauve. On their website right now, I believe this is on sale for $2.99. I absolutely think that is such a fair price for this. It's Italian leather, and I just freaking love this. I purchased a few gifts for some of my family members from the website. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I think that obviously purses make a great gift. And what I love about the Teddy Blake website is I feel like everything is just so timeless and classic. There's a few trendy items here and there, but they have enough like timeless classic pieces that truly will withstand the test of time. That's the great thing about some of these handbags. It's like they're never going to go out of style. 10 years down the road, not going to go out of style. And truly the quality with these I feel like is so good that there should be no issues. Like at 10 years down the road, it should work just fine. But I definitely picked up a couple of gifts for the holidays for some family members. I also think it would make a great gifting option for like graduations. I know for my graduation, my mom bought me a Louis Vuitton and a Marc Jacobs wallet that I still use to this day and am obsessed with. So highly recommend Teddy Blake. I am an affiliate with them now, so I will always have my affiliate code linked down below if you want to shop through that link and just support my channel. If not, I totally understand, but it's just there for you guys if you are interested in supporting my channel. And if you do choose to shop through that link, thank you guys so much. Regardless of whether or not you shop through the link, just thanks for always coming back to watch my videos and for supporting my channel. And with that being said, let's get into the other 11 products that make your girl feel flawless. Okay, I'm going to start with the one other non-beauty item, and it is a fragrance that I have mentioned many a time here on this channel. This is the Replica by the Fireplace perfume. There's nothing that makes me feel more flawless than just smelling great. Like, even if you look like you possibly slept outside for the night, like maybe you were just like camping or whatever it might be, but you still smell like a fireside dream, I'm gonna feel flawless regardless of the state of how I look. So I definitely wanted to recommend this. Anytime I wear this, I'm just like feeling myself the whole day. So this is definitely one that makes your girl feel pretty dang good about herself. I also feel like I feel my most flawless when my skin is just looking super healthy and super glowy on its own. So to just boost the glow, I really love the Glossier Future Dew. This is an oil serum hybrid. You can use this just like as an oil serum. You can use it as a makeup primer. Oftentimes if I am not wearing makeup to work, like if I'm running out the door and I'm like, well, makeup's out the door today, I will still toss this on my face just because it gives me a really radiant and beautiful glow that really actually does last throughout the day. Sometimes with a glowy primer, it lasts on your face for like an hour and then dissipates. I truly feel like this gives me a long lasting glow throughout the day and just makes me feel like I have healthy looking skin. Even if I don't have makeup on, I still feel confident when I wear this. And then I just wanted to give a quick honorable mention to the new Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. These are also really, really beautiful and are going to make your skin very glowy. Also, the niacinamide in this is going to help with your oil production, and if you have really dry skin, this could be a super helpful product just in making your skin potentially have some natural oils that shine through, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing if you're a dry skin kind of a girl. So I have only been testing these for about 4 days now, so I really can't speak to whether or not like they're an absolute favorite. I haven't used them enough, but I've really enjoyed them the times that I have, and I think that these could be similar dupes. The Glow Recipe one, the Glossier one is definitely a little bit thicker, but I feel like this one is thinner and just a little bit more glowy. So personal preference, I'm honestly not sure which one costs more. I think both are good and both definitely make me feel like I have a really beautiful, flawless, healthy glow to my skin. Oh, the UPS truck was just driving by and it turned the other way, not towards my side of the street. I'm currently waiting on some Black Friday orders and I was super hopeful that he was coming to drop them off. There's still hope. It's still early in the day. So I have a concealer and a foundation that I wanted to talk about. Let's just start with this foundation. This has been a favorite of mine for years. This is the Dior Forever foundation, and honestly, both the Dior Forever and the Dior Skin Glow both make me feel flawless, but the reason I opted for just the regular Dior Forever is because this one is a little bit more long lasting. It has more of a satin matte finish, a comfortable matte finish that doesn't make me feel like I have super dry skin by any means, and it just gives this beautiful finish to the skin that really lasts all throughout the day and doesn't really wear away. Like, I can wear this for 10 to 12 hours and I still feel like my makeup looks flawless at the end of the day. So by far one of my favorite foundations if I am going to a wedding, going like on a date or have like an event, which I haven't had in a long time. This would be the foundation that I would opt for. This is absolutely going to be a staple in my collection forever, unless something else comes along, but I have been loving this for years. And then one that I found this year is the Kosas Revealer Concealer, and I absolutely love this stuff. Whether or not I'm pairing it with a foundation or whether or not I'm just wearing this with like the Glossier Future Dew and just tossing concealer on, this is really hydrating but also gives a good amount of coverage underneath the eyes. So I do feel like if I'm having a day where I have more dark circles or whatever it might be, I feel like this does a nice job of covering up whatever I'm dealing with while also brightening underneath the eyes in a natural way and not like a super stark white type of way. I've just really enjoyed this. It's super thin as well. It isn't cakey. It doesn't feel heavy underneath the eyes. And again, if I am looking to just feel super flawless, feel super into myself, I am opting for the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I have definitely opted for a powder quite a bit more than I used to in the past, especially in the year of the masks when we're trying to preserve the longevity of our makeup, especially under the mask throughout the day. So when we take our mask off, whether it be to eat or whatever, hopefully there's still some remnants of your makeup underneath your mask. And I was going between the powder I'm about to mention and the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. Both of them I really like, but I really prefer, first of all, I like a loose powder to set my entire face, and I like one that's going to be light and not look super cakey, like not look like I'm wearing like a pound of powder on my face. So I went with the Glossier Wowder. This is my second tub of this. What am I trying to say? Second tub of this year. I purchased this for the first time in January of this year. I went through it about midway through the year and I immediately repurchased another one because I just absolutely love this powder so much. It is so lightweight, but it still sets your makeup and locks it into place. I wouldn't say it gives much of a luminosity to the skin, but you can definitely pair it with a more dewy spray. I've really been enjoying the Fenty Future Dew or even the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and you're gonna get a beautiful glow to the skin and it's not gonna look like you have a pound of powder on your face. So absolutely, if I'm wearing a powder and wanting to feel flawless, I am opting for the Glossier Wowder. For bronzer, this bronzer has been a game changer in the bronzer realm for me. We've talked about my issues with bronzer here on this channel. I really like bronzer. I go way too heavy-handed. If it's a warm tone bronzer, it looks like I've just finished eating Doritos and rubbed the Doritos or the Cheetos on my face. So the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer has been a game changer for me. I have mine in the shade 2, and this is the most silky smooth, buttery soft bronzer that I have ever come across in all of my days, and it is so buildable. So you really can't go too heavy with this unless of course you were to build like 10 layers on one another, but I have just found that this is such a good match for me really all year round. It doesn't lean too warm, it doesn't lean too cool, and I just love that it is so buildable. So this has been an absolute staple in my collection. If I could only keep one bronzer in my collection, it absolutely would be this, because I've just been loving this so much. Definitely makes me feel flawless, definitely makes me feel like I can actually blend my bronzer. This is not what's on my face today, so if you feel like my bronzer isn't blended today, please don't blame me. Don't blame Charlotte. I have 2 blush products to recommend, and one of these I used to say I didn't think was worth the hype or worth the money, so here I am eating my words. I recently posted a video about makeup I was wrong about. If you're curious about that, I'll leave that linked below. Let's start with the powder bronzer that powder blush that I've always loved. Buxom Seychelles. I mean, come on. This is probably my favorite blush in my entire collection. It is a really beautiful sort of satin nude blush, and I absolutely just live for a nude blush that sort of just like enhances the bronzer, and it sort of just leaves this beautiful gradient of like bronzer into like a sun-kissed glow on your cheeks. I don't know if I've had this. Yes, I brought this with me to Las Vegas in 2019, and this was like all I wore. This is like my go-to travel blush, because when you have that beautiful like vacation bronze and then you just put this, I just love the satin sheen that it has. Like, this would not be cute if it was a matte blush, but because of the beautiful sheen that it has, it's just every time I wear this blush, I get compliments on it. It makes me just feel so beautiful. So absolutely had to include this. And then you guys, I do always feel super, super flawless when I wear my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm blush wand in the shade Peachgasm. When I first bought this, I was using it solely as a blush, and I just wasn't loving the way that I was using it. The way that I was blending it out too made it feel like it was blending out into nothing. But now I use this more as like a blush topper that just kind of like extends into a really beautiful like peachy highlight, and I love a good pink or peach toned highlight. So I have been absolutely loving this. It gives a really beautiful lit from within glow, and this is something that when I am opting for like a really light coverage foundation or a tinted moisturizer, I could just pop this on with just like a dab of cream bronzer and be good to go. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. I am almost done with this, and I remember so many times last year I was like, if I finish this up, I absolutely wouldn't repurchase. Your girl will be repurchasing this, as well as Pinkgasm, as well as Spotlight for the highlight. I absolutely love these Charlotte Tilbury wands. I just think that they are incredible, and they absolutely make me feel like I have a flawless finish when I use these. Speaking of highlighters, this is another product that I found this year, and I feel so flawless when I wear this because this gives the most beautiful glossy like lifeguard model off-duty sort of finish to the skin. It is the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer Quad, and I'm specifically referring to these two highlights. I feel like I've talked about these quite a bit on my channel, so I don't want to drone on and on and on. These I need to finish up so I can buy the full size, because by far my favorite cream highlight, and possibly in terms of like cream and powder highlights, like if I could only keep one highlighter in my collection, it'd be really hard. I would honestly beg whoever was telling me I could only keep one to keep two, because I would love to keep my Umreezy, and my Becca Rose Quartz, and also this. So if I could keep three, please, that would be amazing. But this just makes me feel like I could possibly try out to be a Victoria's Secret model. Yeah, it makes me feel that flawless. I would have to lose a few pounds first though. Also, I'm joking, so no need to like get upset by that. And by joking, I mean I'm joking about being a Victoria's Secret model. I do need to drop the quarantine weight that I've put on. Okay, the last two products I have to talk about, I do not wear a bold red lip all that often, but I do feel like a fierce ass bitch when I do wear a bold red lip. So I have two to recommend. First up, I have this one from I Love Sarah E and ColourPop. Honestly, if you guys have a recommendation for the perfect like blue toned true classic red lip, leave them for me down below. I would love your recommendations, because I am still on the hunt for like the absolute perfect red, but this comes pretty darn close. If I didn't say this is in the shade Ariba, I don't know if you can still get this. This was in collaboration with ColourPop and I Love Sarah E, and I truly do love my makeup when I wear this. Sometimes I get a little bit outside the lip lines and then I'm not feeling so flawless, but when I can get it just right, I feel into myself when I wear this shade. But I also wanted to mention this new product from Ofra. This is their Flexi Stick in the shade Spark. So full transparency, this was sent to me through Octoly, and I was a little bit nervous about this formula because it is not one that necessarily dries down. So I was like, this is going to transfer all over my face, all over my teeth, etc. And I really have had no issues with this transferring. Now it is more of a pink toned red, but I still think it looks really, really beautiful on the lips. It's really comfortable because it doesn't dry down. And I mean, the few times I've worn this, I have felt very, very very flawless. Okay, and then I did want to include one eyeshadow palette in this video, and truly, if I am going for flawless, the one eyeshadow palette that I think of every single time, because every time I see like pictures of myself in this, like with this palette on, I'm like, are you a professional makeup artist? Because like, girl, your makeup looks good. And it is the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. I don't think she makes the Smoky Obsessions anymore, and I don't know why, because this is such a phenomenal palette. This shade up here is cracked and I had to like smush it back into place, but I always love my eye makeup when I wear this palette. It's just so easy to work with. It's so easy to use. I look in here and I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I feel just so beautiful. Like I'm ready for that Victoria's Secret runway. But after that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Those are the 12 products that make me feel like a flawless ass. Oh, I would love to know what products make you guys feel super flawless in the comments down below. Are there things that I need to seek out, search out, and try myself? I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Bye.